Sarah sat in the sterile waiting room, eyes fixed on the wall clock. 32 minutes. She watched the second hand. It ticked, then instead of advancing 1 second, it jumped. Not just a second. It leaped straight to 33 minutes. Sarah blinked, a prickle of unease unsettling her. Just a cheap clock, she murmured to herself, though the words felt flat, inadequate, against a growing certainty that something was profoundly wrong. A man across from her adjusted his glasses, then mumbled, "Oh, bother." And then, a split second later, he adjusted his glasses again, and mumbled, "Oh, bother." Exactly the same. Sarah's stomach lurched, a cold dread tightening around her chest. This wasn't just a glitch, it felt deliberate, a mocking repetition. The clock on the wall now spun erratically, the hands blurring, then snapping back into place, a frantic, impossible rewind. The woman beside her stood up, then sat down, then stood up again, her movements impossibly jerky, like a rewinding video, but now her face seemed to ripple, her eyes momentarily vacant and black, before reforming. Sarah felt a dizzying pressure in her head, not just nausea, but a sensation of her own thoughts being stretched and snapped, like overstressed rubber bands. The entire room seemed to flicker, light bending, the sterile white walls briefly shimmering with impossible, shifting colors before snapping back to their stark reality. The air grew thick with temporal nausea, an oscillating pulse of intense heat followed by an icy, biting chill. A low, distorted hum vibrated through the floor, a sound that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. She tried to stand, a desperate urgency clawing at her, her own limbs moving as if submerged in molasses. The exit door swung open and shut in a maddening, impossible loop, and in one terrifying flicker, she saw not the mundane hallway, but a fragmented, swirling void beyond, teeming with fleeting, unintelligible shapes. Her breath caught, trapped in her throat, as she realized she wasn't just observing, she was caught, drowning in a fractured reality that threatened to pull her apart. The thought screamed in her mind, overriding every other sensation, "I have to get out. Now. Before I become part of this."